6 contestants are about to compete for thousands of pounds. But who's got what it takes to outrun the hardball? Welcome to Hardball. In the first of our 2 heats today, Brian, Marianne and Narinder will all step up to play. Watching their every move, ready and raring to go next, are Lucy, Emma and Ben. But only one of them will make it through to the final. Drawn at random to take on the hardball first, it's Narinder. Narinder, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Narinder, tell us about yourself.
I'm head of procurement for a housing association called Flagship Group, and I live in Norfolk.
And outside of work, Narinder, what do you like to do?
I'm a huge fan of Manchester United, and I'm also a Trekkie.
How long has that been part of your life?
Probably since I was at school in the 60s, the original Kirk, Spock, Doctor, Scotty, and ever since followed all the series, TNG, Voyager, Deep Space Nine, so...
Tell me, as a football fan, are you a competitive soul, Narinder?
I am very competitive, and for me, winning is everything.
Oh, my gosh. Marianne, Brian, take cover, because he's going to do whatever it takes. Well, you are our first contestant to go in this show, Narinder, so you have the chance to set the benchmark. Narinder, we start by playing the moneymaker. The aim of the game is to get as far along the track as you can by answering as many questions as you can. Each correct answer moves you on 1 square and adds £50 to the jackpot. The further you move along, the more money you'll add, and that is what today's winner will play for in the final. But beware, the hardball is always hunting you down, and if it passes you, it's game over. The player who makes the least progress will be going home.
OK.
Narinder, let's put you on the track, my friend. There you are. Narinder, you got your work cut out taking on the hardball. It will be released once I finish asking you your first question.
OK.
If you're ready. Let's play hardball. In a phrase meaning to go out and enjoy oneself lavishly, what colour are you said to paint the town?
Red.
Correct. Which month of the year contains the least number of days?
February.
Correct. Which hero from Greek myth is said to have been killed after an arrow was shot into his heel?
Achilles.
Correct. Which British actress plays Belle in the 2017 version of Beauty and the Beast?
Pass.
Emma Watson. Blue Ivy is the daughter of Beyoncé and which famous rapper?
Jay-Z.
Correct. The word papal is commonly associated with which leader of the Roman Catholic Church?
The Pope.
Correct. In which city is the Scottish National Gallery located?
Edinburgh.
Correct. Crème de cassis is a syrupy liqueur made from which fruit?
Pass.
Blackcurrant. As well as playing the title character, Brendan O'Carroll is the creator of which BBC sitcom?
Pass.
Mrs. Brown's Boys. Which Scottish crime novelist created the Inspector Rebus series?
Pass.
Ian Rankin. Which country traditionally leads the Parade of Nations section of the Olympic opening ceremony?
Greece.
Correct. Which performer starred on stage in the original casts of both Evita and Cats?
Julie Covington.
Elaine Page. Which resort city in the south of France is world famous for its annual film festival?
Monte Carlo.
Cannes. Cannes is the answer we were looking for. Not far, but the one just along. Narinder, second level of the track. How are we feeling at this stage?
Not good. I should have got further, but the questions didn't fall for me, so I had some decent ones at the beginning, but towards the end, it wasn't my category.
All right, well, we are putting £350 into the jackpot to kick things off. £350 is a good start, and these two will have to beat that, so well done so far.
OK, thank you.
Next to take on the hardball, it's Marianne. Tell us about you.
I'm a school teacher from Hackney in London.
And outside of the classroom, Marianne, what do you like to do?
There are several things I like to do.
Oh, yes.
I like doing cryptic crosswords, but I have a secret vice, which is playing a racing game on the computer.
Video games?
Video games.
Oh, really?
I don't look like it, but take it from me, I love it.
Oh, fantastic. OK, so you get a little bit hot and bothered when it comes to racing games, do you?
Yes, or I enjoy them.
OK.
I actually find them strangely relaxing.
Oh, it's like therapy for you. OK. Narinder did pretty well, but he was kicking himself at the end of it, Marianne. What did you think watching him?
I thought he did really well. I was a bit frightened by his competitiveness.
Well.
But I thought he did very well.
He ain't the only one when it comes to competition, Marianne. I'm sure you like to finish first too. So let's have a look at the square that you'd have to beat. Where Narinder got to, there it was, second level of the track. Marianne, let's do this thing, shall we? Let's get you up on the track. Remember, the hardball will start once I finish asking you your first question.
OK.
If you're ready. Marianne, let's play hardball. What is the capital city of Wales?
Cardiff.
Correct. What Mexican dish has a name that derives from the Nahuatl language word for avocado sauce?
Guacamole.
Correct. How many degrees Celsius is the boiling point of water at sea level?
I don't know.
100. Which 2013 Disney film features the central characters Queen Elsa and Princess?
Frozen.
Correct. In the 1970s comedy series, which actor played the title role of Reginald Perrin?
Ah, I've forgotten his... Leonard Rossiter.
Correct. Which 16th century king started the process known as the dissolution of the monasteries?
Henry VIII.
Correct. Which car manufacturer has UK ranges, including the Corsa and the Astra?
Vauxhall.
Correct. The abbreviation LED stands for light-emitting what?
Diode.
Correct. Julius Caesar claimed to be a descendant of which Roman goddess of love?
Aphrodite.
Venus. Which American dramatist wrote the play Long Day's Journey into Night?
Tennessee Williams.
Eugene O'Neill. In Robert Louis Stevenson's Treasure Island, what type of bird is Long John Silver's...
Parrot.
Correct. Which seven-a-side sport features the playing position goal attack?
Netball.
Correct. In 2008, Nicole Appleton married which member of Oasis?
Liam Gallagher.
Correct. Which word can describe the vertical edge where a book is bound and the column of connected bones in a person's
Spine.
back? Correct. In Grant Wood's 1930s painting American Gothic, the male subject is holding what agricultural tool?
Pitchfork.
Correct. Which biblical figure was the firstborn son of Adam and Eve?
Cain.
Correct. What is a baby swan called?
Cygnet.
Correct. Which Spanish rice dish is said to be named after the pan?
Paella.
Correct. Now a published author, Alfie Days, first found fame on which video sharing website?
I've no idea.
YouTube. In 1992, Courtney Love married which member of the rock band Nirvana?
I can't remember.
Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain.
Marianne.
I did know it.
You did know it, but you knew a lot of other things.
Yeah,
looking at
yeah.
this hardball track. Look at that. That's a lot of gold squares.
I'm pleased. I'm
Good.
very pleased.
And you should be, because £750
Good.
added to 350 takes us up to £1,100, Marianne. And, of course, you did get further than Narinder along the track, so you are safely through to the next round.
Thank you.
Very well done. Narinder, gotta hold fire if you can. I know you're a man who likes to move quick, but you stay there just for the moment because you are still at risk of going home.
Yeah.
Our last player in this heat is Brian. Come and join me. Brian, good to see you.
Thanks.
So tell us about yourself.
I'm a software engineer. I'm from County Armagh.
And outside of work, Brian, what do you like to do?
Well, I'm part owner of my business, so I don't have a lot of free time. But when I do, I like to play a spot of golf at the weekend. A lot of the rest of the time is still being taxi driver, dad's taxi to my two daughters as well. And in my younger days, I used to play the trombone.
All right, well, Marianne and Narinder did very well.
Yeah.
You don't have to get as far as Marianne did to get through to the next round, though. Narinder would be the player you'd have to beat to see you into the head-to-head. So let's see that square you'd have to beat. There it is.
Okie doke.
Looking at it now.
Yeah.
Fancy your
I'm
chances?
well aware. I don't know, the heart's beating a wee bit faster now, but if I get off to a good start, I'll have a chance.
OK. Brian, let's get you up on the track. So someone will be leaving the game after this. Brian, best of luck to you. Remember, the hardball will be released once I finish asking you your first question. If you're ready. Then let's play hardball. Which European capital city is served by Charles de Gaulle Airport?
Paris.
Correct. In computing, the acronym CPU stands for Central Processing what?
Unit.
Correct. If someone is described as trilingual, they can speak how many
3.
languages? Correct. The British sitcom Allo Allo was set during which World War?
Second World War.
Correct. In 2016, Glenn Close made her West End debut playing Norma Desmond in which Lloyd Webber musical?
Pass.
Sunset Boulevard. On which continent is the Kalahari Desert?
Kalahari, Asia.
Africa. The region of calm weather at the center of a hurricane is named after which body
The
part?
eye.
Correct. In 1995, which actress began playing the role of M in the Bond films?
Dame Judi Dench.
Correct. The name of which long cream-filled choux pastry with chocolate icing is a French word for lightning?
Pass.
Eclair. Which month of the year is named after the first Roman emperor?
Julius. July.
August. Released in 2017, From the Top is an album by which Strictly Come Dancing
Pass.
professional Anton Dubek. In 1986, which American actor became the mayor of Carmel, California?
Clint Eastwood.
Correct. What colour is the boat in Edward Lear's poem The Owl and the Pussycat?
Green.
Correct. King Edward and Maris Piper are varieties of
Potato.
which? Correct. What is the largest occupied castle in the UK?
Windsor.
Correct. In which European capital city is Wenceslas Square located?
Prague.
Correct. Which Canadian chart-topping singer was born in Ontario in March 1994?
Justin Bieber.
Correct. According to the King James Bible, which leaf was used to protect the modesty of Adam and Eve?
Fig.
Correct. Which Australian soap opera is set in the fictional seaside town of Summer Bay?
Home and Away.
Correct. In the 1992 Disney film Aladdin, what type of animal is Abu?
A donkey.
Monkey. In the 15th century, which piece of machinery was revolutionized? You get a very light ripple of applause from them, Brian.
Oh, well, that was very kind of them. It's tougher than it looks, and I wasn't looking at the ball, and I hadn't a clue where I was.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe the tactic paid off, because if we look at the track, you're well onto the third level of the track, Brian. £700 added to the jackpot takes us up to £1,800.
Pleased with that.
Importantly, though, Brian, a very good score, a lot of money added, and you did get further than Narinder on the track, so you are through to the head-to-head.
Thank you.
Very well done. Narinder, it's the end of the road, I'm afraid.
The questions didn't fall for me, but I like to compete, and I think under the circumstances, I'm not too disappointed.
Just a little bit.
Don't like losing.
Oh, he doesn't. He
Don't like
doesn't like losing. Hey, you're a winner in our eyes, Narinder.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So, Brian and Marianne are now going to compete for a place in today's semi-final, but who will make it through? Let's find out as we play the head-to-head. Marianne, Brian, very well done on getting through to the head-to-head.
Thank you.
The two of you did really well in that first round. In this round, of course, you're going head-to-head, and our next set of contestants will be watching very closely to see who out of you two they could be taking on. But this time, not only do you have to outrun the hardball, you'll also have to outrun each other. You'll both be on the track at the same time, answering questions on the buzzer. A correct answer moves you one square along, but a wrong answer will move your opponent forward. Marianne, Brian, remember, stay ahead of the hardball, because the first person that passes will be out of the game. OK, let's put you both on the track. There we go. In this round, the hardball will be released when one of you reaches the second level of the track. So if you're ready, then let's play hardball. Which single word means thank you in French? Brian.
Merci.
Correct. In 1946, Winston Churchill said that a curtain of what material? Brian?
Iron.
Correct. According to superstition, it's considered bad luck to seat how many people at a dining table? Brian?
13.
Correct. In 2017, which TV competition was won by the pianist Tokyo Myers? Brian?
Britain's Got Talent.
Correct. Containing other smaller seas, which M is a sea lying between southern Europe and North Africa? Brian?
Mediterranean.
Correct. Meaning feast of breaking the fast. What is the Arabic name of the holy day at the end of Ramadan? Marianne?
Eid.
Correct. What is the 5-letter name of the electronic folder in which received emails are held? Brian?
Inbox.
Correct. What is the name of the largest moon of Saturn? Titan. In the popular children's stories, who's described as a bear of very little brain? Marianne?
I've forgotten.
Winnie the Pooh. Which golf team won the Ryder Cup in 2016? Brian?
USA.
Correct. In which Italian city is the Uffizi Gallery located? Marianne?
Florence.
Correct. The 90s action films Con Air and The Rock star Nicholas who? Brian?
Cage.
Correct. What is the name of the transparent dome that covers the iris of the eye? Cornea would have been the answer we were looking for. Oh, Marianne.
The buzzer. He beat me to it every time.
You weren't far off.
Good on
You
the
really
buzzer.
weren't far. Looking at the track, there you are. You got to be pretty happy with how you played that.
Got off to a fast start, and when you get off to a fast start, I think you can relax a wee bit more and maybe get in the buzzer a bit quicker.
Oh, Marianne, it's hard playing catch-up, Marianne, isn't it?
Never mind.
You have been a fantastic contestant.
Thank
I'm
you.
so sorry we've got to say goodbye, but thank you for playing hardball.
Thank you.
Brian, you can rest that collar for a moment, buddy, because
Yeah.
you are into the semi-finals. Well done.
Thank you very much.
So Brian is through to the semi-final and £1,800 is in the bank. Time now to play our next heat as 3 more contestants are ready to take on the hardball. Let's meet them. Lucy, Emma and Ben, hello.
Oh.
Hello.
It's great to have all of you 3 here. You've seen how it's done. One of you will be playing Brian in the semi-final. Let's find out who. And first to take on the hardball, it's Ben. Ben, good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
It's our absolute pleasure. Tell us a bit about yourself.
I am 28 years old and I am a sports journalism student from Ayr.
Anything that you like to do outside of that, Ben?
I like, as well as like watching and playing sports, like going to the cinema. Like, cinema's like my second home. Also enjoy going to gigs, hang out with friends. I like to learn about new technology trends and whatever, so.
Yeah? Anything out of your comfort zone, Ben?
So, I've swam with sharks before.
OK. Didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Ben, that is a crazy, amazing thing that you've done. What's it like swimming with sharks?
It was actually such good fun. I recommend it to anyone. It was great.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't feel nervous or scared. And like, these things are swimming over your heads and everything, but no, I had a great time.
Oh, good. OK. And he lived to tell the shark's tale. Ben, you know how the moneymaker works. Simply answer as many questions as you can before the hardball passes you. £50 will go into today's jackpot with every square you light up. Make it further than either of your opponents and you are through to the next round, all right? Ben, let's get you up on our track, shall we? No sharks in sight, but it's a scary prospect, this. You'll be absolutely fine. The hardball will be released once I've asked you your first question. If you're ready, then let's play hardball. By definition, a monologue is performed by how many actors?
1.
Correct. Which sitcom that first aired in 1962 is about a father and son who run a rag and bone business?
Pass.
Steptoe Son. Which animal has breeds that include greyhound and whippet?
Dog.
Correct. In 2004, spoof British £10 notes were produced by which anonymous graffiti artist?
Banksy.
Correct. The headquarters of which Christian denomination are located in Salt Lake City in Utah?
Scientology.
Mormon. In the Roald Dahl story, what giant fruit does the title character James climb inside?
Peach.
Correct. Used by the monarch, the royal throne is located in which House of Parliament?
The House of Lords.
Correct. Which singer and actress won an Oscar for her role in the 1972 film Cabaret?
Liza Minnelli.
Correct. In a game of poker, the highest possible hand without a wild card is known as a royal what?
Flush.
Correct. What is the common name given to the nearest major galaxy to the Milky Way?
Pass.
Andromeda. Red Square is located at the heart of which Russian city?
St. Petersburg.
Moscow. The name of which mythical goddess of love is said to come from the Greek for foam-born?
Pass.
Aphrodite. UK hip-hop artist Ben Drew is better known as Plan what?
Plan B.
Correct. If you're nervous about a situation, you are said to have cold what?
Feet.
Correct. Road crossings designed specifically for pedestrians and cyclists are named after which tropical bird?
Pelican.
Toucan.
Oh, yeah.
Toucan. OK, that wasn't too bad at all, Ben.
That's OK.
I got to say, second level of the track, £450 added to the jackpot takes us up to £2,250, Ben. Ben, do you think that that's going to be safe enough to put you through?
You've seen from Narinder beforehand, and it's scary. It's scary being in the circle, so you just never know. You never know.
Well, in a minute, you'll be able to step out of that circle. Because, Ben, for now, you are the one to beat, so well done.
Thank you.
Next to take on the hardball, it's Emma. Emma, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Tell us about yourself.
So I'm an accountant and I live in Glasgow.
And what do you like to do when you're not working, Emma?
So I've recently taken up yoga, so I do that as much as I can whenever I can drag myself to the gym. And what I really like doing is skiing, but I don't get to go that often, unfortunately. So if I won any money today, then that would be good to pay for me and my boyfriend to go.
Oh, that would be nice. You watched Ben go before you. What did you think?
I thought he did really well, so yeah, just fingers crossed I can do as well or better.
OK. So let's have a look at the square that you would have to beat. There it is. Emma, get further than that and you will be through to the next round. All right?
Yep.
Let's get you on the track, shall we? OK. Emma, your time to shine. Remember, the hardball will start once I finish asking you your first question. So if you're ready, let's play hardball. How many rings feature on the standard Olympic flag?
5.
Correct. Humbug sweets are traditionally flavoured with which herb?
Licorice.
Mint. In which bodily organ would you find cardiac muscle?
A heart.
Correct. Which fantasy role-playing game is commonly abbreviated to D&D?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Correct. In 2012, which former advisor from The Apprentice began hosting Countdown?
Nick Cure.
Correct. Which surname links the famous singing siblings Jimmy, Marie, and Donnie?
Osmond.
Correct. In which American city is the 1979 film Manhattan set?
New York.
Correct. In Greek mythology, which creature required people to answer a riddle in order to avoid death?
Pass.
Sphinx. Johnny Wilkinson is most associated with which sport?
Rugby.
Correct. Which English scientist is commonly credited with developing the first vaccine for smallpox?
Jenna.
Correct. What is a cross between a male donkey and a female horse called?
Honky.
A mule. Which multinational corporation produced the A380, the first full double-deck jet airliner?
Rolls Royce.
Airbus. In Norse mythology, who is the god? God of thunder, Thor. Emma would have been the answer to that question. Talk to me, Emma. How did you find that?
I think I hesitated too long on some of the questions there, probably.
I don't think that was too bad at all, Emma. £400, taking us up to £2,650, Emma. Not as far as Ben got to, so you are currently still at risk of going home. You'll have to see how Lucy gets on next.
Yep.
But, Ben, well done, fella. You are through to the next round.
Skin of my teeth.
Our last contestant to play today is Lucy. Lucy, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Tell us about you.
I'm 36. I'm a haematology research sister from the West Midlands, and I'm married with 4 kids.
OK. Outside of work, Lucy, what do you like to do? What are your hobbies?
I'm a bit of a bingo addict.
Are you?
Yes.
What is it that got you into bingo?
Well, I started going with my mum. We went weekly and got hooked on the bingo caller, and I ended up getting married too. So, yes, I found love in the bingo hall.
Hey, we love a romance story. Even better in the bingo hall. That's great. So the bingo caller is now your husband?
Yes, but he doesn't let me win still. No.
Is he not?
No.
Let's get serious, though, because at this stage, someone will have to leave the game. And Ben and Emma have gone before you. So you are our last player to step up. How are you feeling?
Nervous. They've set the scene and they've set it well, so...
OK, well, Ben's through to the next round. You could be following him if you were to get further than Emma on the track. So let's remind ourselves of the square you'd have to beat. There it is. Lucy, wishing you the best of luck. Let's get you up on the track. Don't be scared. There you are. Pressure's on, but you'll be fine. Remember, the hardball will start once I finish asking you your first question. Lucy, if you're ready, let's play hardball. Abraham was the first name of which US president?
Lincoln.
Correct. The prologue of which Shakespeare played describes the title characters as star-crossed lovers?
Romeo and Juliet.
Correct. Which European country has major cities including Salzburg and Vienna?
Pass.
Austria. Until 1992, which member of the royal family was married to Captain Mark Phillips?
Zara.
Princess Anne. Which classic game show presented by Jim Bowen was famous for giving away?
Bullseye.
Correct. Which paper size is double the size of A2?
A4.
A1. Which epic 1993 dinosaur movie stars Sam Neill, Lord
Jurassic
Dern?
Park.
Correct. Who was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean?
Amelia. Pass.
Amelia Earhart's. Which limb of the human body is the radius bone located?
Arm.
Correct. In maths, what is the first square number after the number 1?
2.
4. Who was the male Roman god of love?
Pass.
Cupid. Good job you found Cupid in the bingo hall, because you couldn't find it here in the hardball studio. But let's have a look. End of the first level of the track, £250 added to the jackpot, which means that today we're playing for a total of £2,900. Lucy, I'm afraid you didn't get further than Emma, so we are going to have to say goodbye. Thank you very much for playing.
Thank you.
So that means that Ben and Emma are now going to compete for a place in today's semi-final. Who will make it through? Let's find out as we play the head-to-head. Ben and Emma, well done, head-to-head.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, you've both done very well to get here. But of course, not only this time do you have to outrun the hardball, you also have to outrun each other. As you saw earlier, you'll both be on the track at the same time, answering questions on the buzzer. A correct answer will move you on 1 square, but a wrong answer will move your opponent forward. Again, Emma, Ben, you've got to stay ahead of the hardball, because the first person that passes will be out of the game. The winner will go straight into today's semi-final to take on Brian. So, you two, let's put you both on the track. We'll release the hardball when one of you reaches the second level of the track, all right? If you're ready. Emma, Ben, let's play hardball. How many islands are referenced in the name of the popular pink-coloured salad dressing? Emma.
1,000.
Correct. In the title of a 1957 film starring Henry Fonda, how many angry men were there? Emma.
12.
Correct. The ESA is the space agency for which continent? Ben.
Russia.
Europe. Taking office in 1789, who was the first president of the United States of America? Ben.
Benjamin Franklin.
George Washington. Meaning 6 months in Latin, which word defines a half-year term in a university? Ben?
Semester.
Correct. Actress Penelope Cruz was born in which European country? Ben?
Spain.
Correct. Which TV presenter hosted both Play Your Cards Right and Strictly Come Dancing? Emma?
Bruce Forsyth.
So I'll accept that. Which stage musical was adapted into a 2007 film starring John Travolta and Michelle Pfeiffer? Emma?
Hairspray.
Correct. Since 2004, winners of the Turner Prize have each received how much money? £25,000. Which American pop singer was briefly married to Russell Brand from 2010? Ben?
Katy Perry.
Correct. Which airline is the flag carrier airline of Ireland? Emma?
Dublin Airways.
Aer Lingus. Which actor plays Hannibal Lecter in the 1990... Ben?
Anthony Hopkins.
Correct. What type of dairy food product is Parmesan? Emma?
Cheese.
Correct. What was the name of the Apollo 11 lunar module that landed on the moon? Eagle. Which British band had a UK #1 in 1983 with their single Too Shy? Ben?
Kajagoogoo.
Correct. How is the number 1,000 represented in Roman numerals? Emma?
M.
Correct. Which infamous crime was committed in August 1963 and masterminded by Ben?
The Great Train Robbery.
Correct. What name is given to the first UK public holiday after Christmas Day? Emma?
New Year's Day.
Boxing Day. What species of wild dog, typically with a sandy-coloured coat, is native to Australia? Ben?
Dingo.
Correct. In which TV sitcom does Tom Hollander portray the vicar Adam Smallbone? Oh, my goodness me. Like a phoenix from the flames, Ben. That was some comeback. That was really, really good. Emma, it's hard to take because you were doing so well for so long.
Yeah, I think it was a Dublin Airways. I shouldn't have buzzed in for that. I didn't know it.
Well, it could have gone either way. It really could have done, and it came down to the very last question. Ben, you got it right to put you through to the next round. Well done. Emma, I'm afraid it is the end of the road, so we're going to have to say goodbye. But have you enjoyed yourself?
Yep. Thank you very much.
It's been our pleasure having you on the show, Emma. Thank you for playing hardball.
Thank you.
Ben, your work is not done yet. You're into the semi-final to take on Brian. So, we are down to the last two, but who will make it through to play for the £2,900 today? Let's find out as we play the semi-final. Brian, Ben, our semi-finalists today.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It's got a nice ring to it, Ben and Brian. Perfect pair. Brian, you're obviously watching on, so what do you think about your opponent in the semi-final?
Very strong opponent. I think everybody that's been on the show has performed really well, so I think I'll have to be on the top of my game to come on top in this round.
Yeah, and now we're that bit closer to the money, Ben, it gets a bit more serious now, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I'm not gonna like hide my poker face and be like, oh no, I'm here to win. Yeah, come on.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you, Ben. Put your cards out on the table. Brian's like, oh, he showed his hand. Okay, good. Unfortunately, only one of you can go through to play for that £2,900 today. So, in the semi-final, we'll put you both back on the track at the same time. Again, I will ask you questions on the buzzer. Right answers move you forward, wrong answers will move your opponent forwards. The winner will go through to today's final. The loser, I'm afraid, we have to say goodbye. So all to play for, gentlemen. Wishing you both the best of luck.
Thank you.
Let's get you both on the track, shall we? Fingers on the buzzers. The hardball will be released the moment one of you reaches the second level of the track. So, if you're ready. Guys, let's play hardball. Which European country in the British Isles is known as the Emerald Isle? Ben?
Ireland.
Correct. In the traditional English nursery rhyme, Dr. Foster went to which English city? Brian?
Gloucester.
Correct. Nutty Hussain and Candice Brown are both winners of which TV cooking show? Ben?
Great British Bake Off.
Correct. What is the minimum age a member of the public must be to receive an official birthday telegram from the Queen? Brian?
100.
Correct. The famous Scottish architect and artist is Charles Rennie who? Ben?
Macintosh.
Correct. Which present-day European stateswoman was born Angela Kastner in 1954? Ben?
No, Condoleezza Rice.
Angela Merkel. When following the name of a business, the letters PLC stand for Brian?
Public Limited Company.
Correct. Which band released the Grammy-winning album commonly called Viva la Vida? Ben?
Coldplay.
Correct. In which month of the year does the UK tax year begin? Brian?
April.
Correct. Which British actor was born Maurice Micklewhite? Ben?
Michael Caine.
Correct. Which big cat species is used to represent a year in the Chinese zodiac? Brian?
Tiger.
Correct. The teddy bear was named after which US president?
Teddy
Brian?
Roosevelt.
Correct. Since 2014, it's not been compulsory to display which legal document on a vehicle's, Brian?
Tax disc.
Correct. Which country does the sparkling wine called champagne originate, Brian?
France.
Correct. In the American TV sitcom, what is the first name of Seinfeld? Ben?
Jerry.
Correct. What is the main unit of currency in South Korea? Ben?
Yen.
1. Which video game series gets its name from the phrase pocket monsters? Brian?
Pokemon.
Correct. Which style of dance is Mikhail Baryshnikov famous for? Brian?
Ballet.
Correct. Which smartphone brand shares its name with the dark fruit of a bramble bush? Brian?
Blackberry.
Correct. Which Italian word can be translated into English as until we see each other again? Ben?
Sayonara.
Arrivederci. In 2010, which designer became the creative director of the Alexander McQueen label? Sarah Burton. In a common phrase, which rodent... As well, you might puff out those cheeks, Brian, because that was a extremely well-played semi-final.
Thank you.
That was fantastic stuff. And Ben, when you're up against that...
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's been the strongest player of the game, so...
Brian, congratulations, because after an incredible few rounds put together, you are our winner today.
Thank you.
Well done. Ben, very well done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thanks.
for playing hardball.
Bum.
Brian, get yourself ready, my friends, because it's time for you to play the final. Brian, huge congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You're in the final.
Surprised to be here.
Are you really?
Yeah.
You've had ups and downs, Brian, but you are the man who is standing in front of me in the final and looking at a jackpot of £2,900.
Very nice.
That could all be yours very soon.
Yeah.
If you were to win it, Brian, what would you like to do with it?
I like to travel a wee bit. I would like to travel a wee bit more, a few city breaks. Also, my elder daughter, as part of her university course, she has to do a year in France because it's part French. So that would fund a couple of trips out there while she's away.
Amazing. Would love you to go home with it.
Yeah.
But if you are to win that cash, Brian, you got to take on the hardball one last time. This time, though, you would have to beat it.
Okay.
If you make it all the way to the end of the track, lighting up all 30 squares, and without the hardball catching you, you will be going home with that £2,900.
Sounds good.
To help, you got 3 boosts, which you can activate at any time. All you got to do, push the button.
Okay.
Each boost allows you to jump forward 1 square, but for every boost you use, that jackpot prize will be halved. So you've got to use them wisely and only when you have to.
Yeah.
If the hardball catches you at any time, the game is over and the jackpot is lost. Brian, you'll see 5 categories. You'll need to choose one and answer questions on it until the hardball reaches the end of each level of the track. Then we'll switch to a different one and so on. Shall we have a look at the categories?
Please.
Here they are. We've got sport, film, literature, fashion, and politics. What do you think about those 5?
3 out of 5, I'm quite happy with. Sport, as most men are. Literature, I'm reasonable. Politics, probably give it a stab. Then film, so-so, but definitely the weak link there is fashion.
Which one are you going to pick first?
I know there's different strategies to the game, but I think I have to get off to a reasonable start, so I'm going to go for sport.
Sport it is.
Yeah.
OK. Let's get you off to a great start, shall we, Brian? Just answer as many questions as you can on sports.
OK.
All right, let's put you up on the track. The hardball will be released once I finish asking you your first question. Wishing you the best of luck today.
Thank you.
For the final time today, Brian, if you're ready, then let's play hardball. Leg before wicket is a term used in which
Cricket.
sport? Correct. Which English city has a championship football team that are often referred to as Forest?
Nottingham.
Correct. Prior to becoming an author, in which sport did Dick Francis compete?
Cricket.
Horse racing. Which American former professional world heavyweight boxing champion was nicknamed Iron Mike?
Tyson.
Correct. Ace, groundstroke, and deuce are all terms.
Tennis.
Correct. Bo Jackson is associated with American football and which other professional sport?
Baseball.
Correct. Between 2009 and 2012, who won football's Ballon d'Or 4 years in a row?
Messi.
Correct. The record for the fastest solo voyage around the globe was broken by which yacht woman in 2000?
Ellen MacArthur.
Correct. Weapons called foils and sabres are used in
Fencing.
Correct. Which city is famous for hosting the Formula One Italian Grand Prix?
Monza.
Correct. Which guy knows his sport?
Apart from horse racing.
That's fine. We didn't even need it, Brian, because look at the track. That is a very strong start.
Okay.
Really strong lead on the hardball, well into the second level of the track. So, 4 categories still to choose from, Brian. Let's have a look at them. We have film, literature, fashion, and politics left. Where are you going to go next?
I think I'll go with politics, actually.
OK. Brian, you've got 3 boosts if you need them.
Yep.
Politics is the one to take on next. Beat the hardball to the end of the next level of the track, Brian, and you will be a little step closer to the jackpot.
OK.
So here comes your first question on politics. Here we go. After the 2016 Scottish Parliament election, which party held the most seats?
Scottish National Party.
Correct. In 2016, whom did Theresa May appoint as Chancellor of the Exchequer?
Philip Hammond.
Correct. Prior to his presidency, Barack Obama was the senator for which American state?
Illinois.
Correct. Taking office in 1974, America's 38th president was Gerald who?
Ford.
Correct. Until 2016, which former Conservative Prime Minister was MP for Whitney?
David Cameron.
Correct. Antonio Guterres succeeded which South Korean diplomat as Secretary General of the UN?
Ban Ki-moon.
Ban Ki-moon is the right answer, Brian. And that is how you play the politics category.
Surprised myself there.
That was very good, Brian. Really
Thank you.
good. Just as good a lead coming out of that category as you did after the last one as well, Brian.
Yeah.
So we're still in a very good position. So 2 categories down, we've got 3 to choose from, Brian.
Yep.
Let's have a look at them. They are film, literature and fashion that remain. So what are you going to choose next?
I think I'm drawn towards film.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's take on film next, shall we?
OK.
Stay ahead of the hardball as you've been doing, Brian, and you'll be doing really well.
Thanks.
All right.
Do my best.
OK, here's your first question. Here we go. In the film Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the factory workers are Oompa what?
Loompas.
Correct. Which sport is central to the Chevy Chase film Caddyshack?
Golf.
Correct. For his performance in a 2012 film, who became the first man to win a 3rd Best Actor Oscar?
Tom Hanks.
Daniel Day-Lewis. According to the fairy tale, which part of Pinocchio's body grew bigger?
Nose.
Correct. Which 1978 film musical has a romantic lead called Danny Zuko and
Grease.
Sandy? Correct. Which American filmmaker directed the first 5 films in the Transformers franchise?
Pass.
Michael Bay. Which animated Pixar film features a floating house carried by balloons?
Up.
Correct. Which martial arts legend? So we've lost a bit of the leads.
It was always going to happen.
At this stage, things just getting harder. And Brian, we have a lead.
Yeah.
We have a lead. We're well ahead of the hardball. Film was a pretty good category, but we've only got 2 left.
Yeah.
It's looking like fashion might have to get tackled at some stage.
Yeah.
So, what's next?
Literature. I'm pushing the fashion back.
Okay, let's keep the fashion back as long as we can. Literature is next up. 3 boosts there if you need them.
Yeah.
All you got to do is push that button, and then we'll move you forward 1 square. Use them, and you will half that £2,900 jackpot as it stands right now. Okay, just stay ahead of the hardball. That's all we've got to do. Your first question starts right now. What creature is the title character in the 1952 novel Charlotte's Web?
Spider.
Correct. The Pulitzer Prize-winning novel by Alice Walker is titled The Colour what?
Purple.
Correct. Published in 1960, in which book by Joy Adamson does she describe raising a lion cub called Elsa?
Born Free.
Correct. The British author Rudyard Kipling was born in which Asian country?
India.
Correct. The title of the bestseller by Khalid Hosseini is The Kite what?
Runner.
Correct. Which Jane Austen novel features the character Fanny Price?
Jane Eyre.
Mansfield Park, the 1997 Charles Fraser novel that was adapted to a film starring Jude Law, is titled Cold what?
No idea.
Mountain. Okay, all right, let's have a look. Shaved 1 square off that lead again.
Yep.
5 correct answers, and that is you through to the end, beating the hardball with a pot full of cash.
Sounds good.
Only problem is, Brian, we got to take on fashion.
Yeah.
So, at this stage, after you've done so well, what about that final category?
I wouldn't class it as one of my strong subjects, but who knows what questions are going to come up.
Brian, it's all come down to this. You're on the 5th final level of the track. £2,900 is there. 3 boosts. If you need them, they're all intact. Shall we?
Yeah.
OK, let's take on fashion. For £2,900, Brian, one last time, let's play hardball. Which style of ballet skirt is also the surname of a former archbishop from South Africa?
Tutu.
Correct. The Big 4 fashion weeks are held in London, New York, Paris, and which other city?
Milan.
Correct. The logo of which luxury Italian fashion house features the head of the mythical figure Medusa?
A pass.
Versace. What S is the term for a successful fashion model who has reached the status of a celebrity?
Supermodel.
Correct. The name of which style of sunglasses is also an alternative name for an aircraft pilot?
Aviators.
Correct. In the 1960s, which fashion designer opened a famous boutique called Bazaar?
Pass.
Mary Quant. Brian, well done.
I'm happy.
That's what we like to hear, Brian. You should be, because look at that. 30 golden squares. You've taken on the hardball, Brian, and you're taking home £1,450.
I'm delighted with that, I really am.
Brian, remind us how you're going to use that money.
It'll be put in the bank for when hopefully my daughter's in France next year and I can take a trip or 2 out to see her, along with the wife.
Oh, good stuff. It has been amazing playing alongside you. You've done so well. To take on the hardball and win, congratulations.
Thanks, Ori.
Well, that brings the hardball to a halt for now. Join us next time when 6 more contestants will try to beat the hardball. See you soon.